the farm families of Cabot Cooperative are happy to be stuck in Vermont. 'Cause we're stuck in Vermont. Welcome to Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days. My name's Ava Solberger. We're here in Waitsfield, Vermont on a snowy day for the 9th annual Mountaintop Film Festival here at the Big Picture Theater.
This year we have 13 films from around the world, human rights films, films of social, political, environmental relevance. I think it's important to give the Vermont community the chance to see films that are not necessarily in the mainstream theaters. There's people here who come and literally see every film, which I love.
It's really one of my favorite events to come to, so I'm glad to be able to see it while I'm here visiting. So
I've never been to a film festival before. This is my first one.
Well, we're here as part of a film festival class.
Why not express interest in the world that you live in?
We're here for 4 days, seeing basically as many films as we can see.
We've all seen at least 3 movies so far.
So I think this is just an absolutely spectacular festival.
What I like about film festivals like this is that it gives other filmmakers an opportunity to talk to people in the industry.
I think it's important to bring that to the Vermont community and give people a chance to think about these issues, talk about them. We have filmmakers, we have guest speakers, we have community groups. So there's a lot of opportunity not just to see the films, but to also get involved.
And it's really nice to just be with other people who care about issues and who care about film.
Here's one of the greatest artists of the world, Harry Belafonte. Dale, Dale. Daylight come and we want go home.
One day, Paul Robeson came to see me and simply said, "Get them to sing your song, and they'll want to know who you are."
I want to educate people about the issues that these films address, the human stories that they tell, because I think they matter. And this year's loose theme of the festival is Occupy the World.
Right now, at this time in our history, is a really important time to have these conversations, to keep the conversations going.
It makes us feel more connected globally with all these different stories that are being told.
We can really make a difference when we choose to wake up and to pay attention to the injustices around us.
Pay attention, be careful, but because anything can happen, and to film it, and then they see, okay, this can be a danger for us, you are dead.
We have filmmaker Sam Cullman tonight, who's introducing his film If a Tree Falls, a film about...
It's a documentary about a radical environmentalist who was from New York and moved out west in the late 90s to be part of this group called the ELF that took arson as a means to call attention to environmental degradation.
The Earth Liberation Front is turning up the heat again, igniting devastating blazes all across the country.
Fire bombings included attacks on lumber mills, wild horse corrals, and meat packing plants.
This investigation was the largest domestic terrorism case in the history of the United States.
One of my favorites that I've already seen, but I just keep raving about it, which is If a Tree Falls.
We have filmmaker Eugene Jarecki here showing some of his current work. Kim Brittenham made a film called Little House in the Big House, and it's a film about the incarceration of women here in Vermont.
What was cool is that 2 of the stars in the film were there to answer questions.
I saw Pink Stars and it was very intense and very beautifully done.
It showed a window into the world of women's repression in India that I wasn't previously aware of.
We just saw Spork, and tell me about your thoughts.
Having grown up with really curly hair in the long, straight, blonde environment of the 1970s, I really identified with it. It was a really great movie. It was really well done.
You should see it.
Maybe yours, you little fairy.
I think I can see her dingling through her shorts. I'm gonna get that spork.
This is my daughter, Anna. The Mad River Valley is such a special place to live and to work for me personally. Always has been. The theater has become a real focal point for the community to do events, to come together, to hang out, to bring their kids, to eat food, to see movies, to listen to music, to have a beer.
I'm always looking to see what events are happening here. It's always one of my favorite places to come and visit.
We love our friends here, and the people who live in the Mad River.
Having come here 25 years.
Total getaway from
Yeah.
New York.
International films by award-winning filmmakers. Who would have thought you could have seen such socially conscious films here in Vermont? We'll get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon.
I'm making a movie called Wisconsin Rising, and we are raising funds currently for post-production. The story of Wisconsin Rising is important because it is telling the story of the injustices that happened in Wisconsin earlier in 2011 and the people's response. And I'm really excited to share the story with other people.